ain't fucking up this week. Hello everyone, my name's Mitch. I didn't fuck up this week by having the microphone off. It's definitely on. We are definitely on. And I have with me Mr Jesse Hammond, and he fucked up this week because we're 5 minutes late. Sorry everybody in the chat, which is just Ripster, and whoever disliked, I hate you. Okay? I'm with Jesse, and he's on. He's on. Oh, thank God. Thank God we can hear him. Hello. Yes. Oh, no, that's not what we want to see. We just showed off a whole bunch of source code. Wow. I don't know what all that meant.
What?
Someone's probably going to rewind and decode all that. Hello. How are you?
That's a great start. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good, man.
We're having
we had some troubles, but
we're having an absolute train wreck, and it's all Jesse's fault. For once, it's not my fault.
No, it's not my fault.
It's definitely your fault.
No, bullshit.
Sorry. I'm just playing the sad violin now because we're screwing up. Hey, Raw Man. Hey, Ricky. All right, now stop that shit. All right, I have some questions for Jesse. Now, I don't have many.
Oh yes,
because they're well, Jesse. We've probably already spoken about this. There's nothing special here because we're friends, right?
Yeah.
So you're a YouTuber, right? Say hi, everyone. Do it in the chat.
Hey everybody.
I thought for a second we weren't going to be able to take calls because of the way it's set up, but we can, so that's great. We're going to take calls later on. Alright, I'm just going to get into the questions, and then I went and saw my family today, and found out that, they actually watch YouTube. So that was awkward. We'll talk about that after we get through all the questions.
What, like your YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. Jesse.
That should be good.
Why did you start YouTube?
Yes. Okay, so I started YouTube, I guess, because I just wanted to share the shit that I liked.
Mm-hmm. Which is Apple. By the way, that's a great webcam. What webcam is that? Is that an Apple? Is that an iMac?
Yes, it's an Apple.
Wow,
yeah,
that's fantastic.
It's on
I wish I had an Apple webcam.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the rest of the machine is 100% fantastic.
Yeah.
But thanks for noticing. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry. It's just that it's so good that it's a 5K display on the iMac to display that image that you got. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to look at it full screen.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the one. No. Let's speak about that for a second. That's like the one thing that haven't changed in years. It's really, I don't know why. It's surprising.
You do look like you're calling from 2007.
Oh, fuck off.
Sorry.
It's still 720p. Jesus Christ.
Is it?
Also, the lighting in this room isn't the best. That's probably not helping. I don't have any like studio lights set up or anything like that. It's just.
Hey.
Anyway.
Hey Siri, play the Russian Federation.
No, I have you through my earphones.
Oh, you turned your... Oh, I'm in the earphones. Sorry. Of course. Sorry, I was trying to set off your Siri. Sorry. All right. Why'd you start YouTube? Okay,
so basically just to show people the things that I was into.
Yeah.
Sort of like how you show your mate something. You're like, oh, look at this. It was mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to, I don't know, I guess attract the people that like the similar things to me. And then also... I feel like I have a lot of, I don't know, I see products and stuff differently, and sometimes I feel like I can share something that not other people would necessarily think of, and then I guess that they get a, my version of, whatever, like a proper insight from me.
Yeah.
So I liked to share my thoughts on products rather than just, like, everybody's thoughts on products. I watch a lot of stuff similar to the stuff I do, and I always felt like a lot of the stuff was like biased, or it was copy and paste from other people. Yeah. So that was like sort of a big inspiration for me to start, just to give like a proper, honest opinion on the things that I like, and hopefully bring in people.
How's that drone going that you got? You got that I was just rolling footage of your DJI Spark.
Yeah, I still got it. It's still going strong. Yeah. I still use it every now and then.
When'd you last fly?
It's not like an everyday thing. Oh. When did I last fly? I don't know, probably about a week ago.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I've flown it above my house 20 times now, so flying it above my house is sometimes a little bit boring. But I'm sure if you're the sort of person that traveled a lot or went to different places, it'd be very, very fun. When I first got it, you always had that thing in the back of your head, like, oh, I wonder what that would look like from above, and then you just send it up. It's really cool.
Yeah.
After a while, if you don't leave home, like me, it does get a little bit boring. But
Yeah.
it's still just like the experience of like landing in your hand, like you can see on the screen. Well, that's taking off, but that experience is the exact same, like every time. Like it's still the fact that I can land this thing in my hand is just, it blows my mind every single time I do it. So it's really, really fun, and it's still definitely worth the money.
Technology is pretty nuts. Like, you know how I was texting you in the car with the Siri thing?
Yeah.
Like, hands. Sorry, when I say text, I was texting you in the car. I wasn't using my hands. It was hands free. Totally, just press the button, and Siri says, "Who do you want to send a message to?" And I say, "Send a message to Jesse." I want to change your name in the address book to Bitchface or something as well, so I can go, Siri, send a message to Bitchface, and then she'll go, "What would you like to send?" And I'm like, "Hey, Bitchface." And then she reads it back to you, and she goes, "Your message to Bitchface is, hey, Bitchface, would you like to send?" And you go, "Yes!"
More enthusiastic than you've ever been.
But isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that, like, yeah, we got flying drones and shit now, but we don't give a shit. We don't care. We don't care that we have drones and talking cars. And GP as well as talking cars. They tell us where we're going and shit with the GPS. But we don't give a shit. I can't remember if I've said this on the podcast before. We're going to experience that a lot. Like, every week on the podcast, it's going to be 50% off. We've spoken about this before, and we're doing it again.
Yeah.
But, did I mention, I think I've told you, where I went to this convention where they showed off technology and shit for film and video. And they had, up on the roof, they had, like, helicopter-sized drones. And my friend was like, "Hey, you want to come see the drones on the roof?" And I'm like, "Nah, I think I'm going to go home." Like, if 10 years earlier someone said that, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah. My God, drones.
Yeah.
Holy shit."
It's that classic thing where the more we're spoiled, the less we care, because we're so used to seeing outrageous shit.
Yeah. I'm just showing off the footage from your drone, how I flew it under the goalposts. How amazing am I as a pilot? Sorry, this is the podcast where I just jerk myself off and I bring people along onto my podcast and I say, "Hey, look at me, I'm jerking off in front of you," and you're like, "Yeah, that's great."
I don't know if it actually made it into the video, but on the day you were like, "Can I take it through the goalposts?" And I was like, "If you can," like, and you were like, "Oh fuck yeah," like. Like a little kid who's been given permission to do something. You're like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna do that." That's gold. But yeah, it's that drone is probably still the best, like, value for money. Like, in that price range, like, I think you can get one for like 600 to 700 now.
Yeah,
I'd say that's probably the best thing in that price range that I've ever bought. Like, it's really, like, you get so much of your money's worth for that much money.
Yeah. Can you deliver?
And again, like,
pizza with it though?
That tech. No, you can't. You can do it with the bigger one.
I saw when they delivered a Bunnings sausage.
Yeah, that was a bigger one. That was like a Phantom 3 or a Phantom 4 or something like that. They're bigger ones.
How do you remember the names of all these things?
I don't know. It's like, how do you remember the name of the particular meme? You know what I mean? It's just, that's my niche. You've got yours.
Yeah. Oh, man. Jesse,
I don't know.
What's 650 plus 250?
No comment.
Do you still not know? Sorry, for context, Jesse made a video, and in it, it was the one with the bag. I'm going to try and find it later while you're talking.
It wasn't the one with the bag.
No, it was a DIY bag, how to save money, and you're like, 650 plus 250. No, wait, what one was it?
No, it wasn't. You don't even know.
Oh, shit, what video was it?
It was the one where I talk about the Maverick Air, which is the successor to the Drone 8.
When did you do that? Oh, my thoughts on DJI Maverick Air, and you're drinking a beer.
It was in that because I was comparing the two drones.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't... Yeah, and you said 650 plus 250, that's 800. and and you filmed that.
Yeah.
Downloaded.
Let me defend myself, because I never get to,
but
I feel like.
You filmed it, downloaded it, viewed it again, edited it, and then uploaded it, probably watched it again on YouTube, and then went, "That's definitely 800.
If I'm being 100% honest, I watched it the once in the edit, and I was tired, and I don't know, it just slipped my mind. The reason for it was because I was, I don't fully script my videos.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't like to be fully like a fucking robot when I'm talking and shit. I have some facts and stuff that are more important written down, and then I read those as like bullet points and sort of improvise the rest, so it feels like it flows and it's more natural.
Yeah.
So when I was doing all the research and stuff, I was looking into all the pricing and blah blah blah, and it used to be a certain price, but I was going to say in the video, now you can get it for this. So I had two different prices in my head. So the words that came out weren't the words I did in my head. I basically did the pricing for if you'd save the money versus the normal money, and I don't know, it's just all I fucked up. But
well,
there's no taking it back now.
It's in this video here that I'm displaying now. I can't.
Yeah.
Work on it and get it out. Hopefully, maybe about 2 to 3
That guy
weeks
needs a fucking
max.
haircut, I'll tell you that much.
Oh boy. Now, if you could go back, because when you start YouTube, a year ago? Was it nearly a year ago?
It's 11 months.
So nearly a year
11
ago.
months, yeah.
If you could go back
Crazy.
and change something, what would you change? Nothing?
Oh, that's a great question.
Or
What
what would you do differently?
would I do different? Here's the thing, like, I know, based on the videos I could do, and the style of video I do with all the tech and stuff, I'm pretty confident that I could have, like, majorly clickbaited and been, like, way bigger than I was now.
Should have.
But I never wanted to do
You
that.
should have. I do it in
Like-
ASMR, it's great.
I've done, like, subtle little hinty things in the title, like, why I don't put a case on my $1,000 iPhone. Like, that's kind of
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
See, you can...
But that's as far as I'll push it. I could have done so many clickbaity titles with my videos and stuff
But
like
you
that,
can do
I just
that.
didn't want to.
But
I don't regret that.
there's nothing wrong with clickbaiting so long as what it is you're baiting. You're allowed to bait. So long as you deliver.
If you can deliver on it. Yeah, I know.
If you say, oh no, I accidentally posted pictures of my mum naked online, find out how to get them, I better damn well be seeing those pictures.
Right.
Although I wouldn't click on that, to be honest. Sorry.
By the way, I can see in my top, that way, my top right.
I'm not displaying it right
whatever.
now, but Jesse can see.
Can
Jesse
you do
can see this page that I'm showing here. Yeah, he can see himself, and he loves it.
No, I'm not talking about the YouTube. I'm talking about my actual camera.
Oh.
Am I on the screen for your screen?
Oh yeah, on the screen, yeah.
Yeah. No, I wanted to do this thing.
Oh, show off your boxes. Jesse always loves showing me his boxes. His box.
I have great boxes.
Oh god. Oh, I just saw Sarah.
So I thought that was
Just saw Sarah. So
Did you?
you'd clickbait more if you could start again.
No. I was saying that's one of the things I could do, but I'm actually proud of the fact that I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would change. There's a few videos that I pushed out because I was too excited to get out, and I probably could have trimmed them down a bit or spent a little bit more time. Other than that, I don't really have any regrets.
No regrets. No regrets.
Not really. I'm pretty happy with how things turned out on my channel.
Well,
I got a relatively small community, but like I've said before, they're all sort of very active. I'd rather a small community of very active people than a massive community where nobody gives a
but
shit.
my next question was going to be, what's been your biggest regret in regards to your YouTube channel?
Oh, okay.
So I guess none.
I mean, fucking putting 650 plus 250 is 800 in that video because you never stopped giving me shit about it.
No, and I
No, I
never
don't
will
know.
stop giving you shit for that.
I don't know. I don't really have a regret. I have. There was videos that I really, really, really liked, and they didn't do too well, and that's like a punch in the gut. But that's not like a regret. That's nothing I can change.
A lot of YouTubers say that. A lot of YouTubers say a video that they think will go, like, really well, don't, and then the ones that they think will be like, they go really, really well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to an extent, my best video is the SpaceX video. I thought that would do well, but I didn't think it'd do that well.
Because you got a shout out, didn't you, from like a space company or something?
No.
Or an active, like a group tweeted you, didn't they?
I got, my brother has an app, which is the SpaceX Now app.
Yeah.
And he tweeted it, but I found out that most of the,
Oh, through the analytics.
Most of the audience wasn't through that.
Oh.
It was mostly just through search terms.
Oh, that's good. So you got picked up.
Falcon Heavy. Yeah, it just fucking ran with it. Falcon Heavy, that blew up, and
because that was
just people were searching and getting it. Yeah.
That would have been really popular at the time because that was when Elon Musk went, "Fuck it, I'm gonna shoot a car into outer space, and I'm not gonna tell anyone about it until it's in space."
It was, I believe, it was 2 weeks before it was meant to launch, and then it was delayed by like a week or something like that. So
because you're obsessed with space,
I wanted to put it out. Yeah, fuck off, man. How can you not?
Because is this the first time Elon Musk? Right? I don't follow him that much. Like when he said he was building flamethrowers, I thought that was a joke until I saw a celebrity with a fucking flamethrower, and I'm like, holy shit! He's slowly turning into Scorpio from The Simpsons. Like. Yeah, even with the hair, because he doesn't have much hair, but his hair is slowly growing back, and eventually it's going to form a beard just like Scorpio.
You know what it is, though? You know why? And not many people know why.
Yeah.
It's funding for another company. He's doing crazy, outrageous shit that people want to buy.
The flamethrower is funding for another company. Oh, I thought you were talking about shooting the car into space. He's putting people on Mars to raise capital to launch a toilet app or something.
God.
Oh, Christ.
No, the whole flamethrower situation. People don't care about the company.
Yeah.
It's a company for, well, I mean, some people like me do, but it's a company for, they want to dig tunnels on the ground.
Oh, the underground
boring
train.
Company.
An underground train thing.
Not particularly. It's going to have like sort of elevators that take your car down, and then your car's like on skates, so it doesn't actually drive. It's like on things that slide, and it can go heaps quick,
like a train.
Anyway, kind of, yeah.
Or a tram.
But it's not a train.
It's a tram.
You're still in your car, and then separately. But anyway,
like a tram.
People don't want to fund that. But when you say, "Oh, here's a flamethrower, you can buy it," and then you invest that money back in the company, it's genius.
I don't know why I thought he was joking, but I realized after when it was real, I realized like, oh wait a minute, weapons are totally legal in the United States. That reminded me of George Carlin's joke.
Shit.
George Carlin made a joke ages ago, like in the 80s or something. Did you see it? It was like the concept of the flamethrower was so crazy. Like someone happened to say out loud, "Gee, I'd really like to set that guy on fire over there, but I'm way too far away to get the job done." Mentioned it to his brainy friend and came back like, "We got a flamethrower." And then the government went, "We'd like to buy about 500,000 of them, please." But that's crazy that a private company could have met that. So I was going to ask you, if you could cook for someone, like, who would you have over? I already know you'd have Jazza over, right? So fuck it, I'm answering it for you, right? You're having Jazza over for dinner, right?
I mean, is that everybody in the world? Like,
no, I wouldn't have Jazza over for dinner personally, but I know you would.
If it was out of anybody in the world, no, I wouldn't have Jazza over.
Oh, well, fuck it. Who would you have over?
I've already met him. Why would I give up the chance to meet anybody in the world to spend more time with a dude I've already met twice?
I'm sending this to him, by the way. Jazza, you've been rejected.
I think he would understand. I could pick literally anybody. He wouldn't pick me, so why should I pick him?
How's this 3 million sub YouTuber going to feel when he finds out a 400 sub YouTuber goes on the podcast of a 100 sub YouTuber? Thank you for those, by the way. And says, I wouldn't have Jazza over for dinner. I'd rather have bloody Gundy's ashes or something. Elon Musk. Yeah, see, no, I already knew you were going to say Elon Musk. No, fuck it. Who would you have next?
Oh, sure. What do you mean? Well, it's just random people in the world. I could pick anybody to have dinner with. Is that what the question was?
Only the ones who are alive, though.
You got to think of ones that would want to, ones you could have an interesting conversation with.
See, the question was...
Elon would be number one, because he's a maniac. He's got so many things you want to know.
Alright, what would you cook for them, though? That was where I was leading. Like, if you could have Jazza over for dinner, what would you cook? But if you could have Elon over for dinner, what would you cook for him? Because I'm assuming you can't. Would you cook fairy bread?
No, I wouldn't cook fairy bread, because you don't cook fairy bread. You really
I know, but I was just trying to picture you, like, having it halfway in the oven and then realizing, like, oh, wait a minute. You don't cook fairy bread.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What a weird
I keep
question.
interrupting you.
What would I cook? What would I cook for Elon Musk? I don't know. Fucking meatloaf. I don't know, whatever. Something delicious, man.
Meatloaf. You're gonna billionaire over it.
I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
have meatloaf.
What? I don't fucking have fucking lobster or fucking.
I don't like lobster actually.
Me, I don't eat any seafood.
Yeah, I know. Someone made it for me once. I felt so bad. 'Cause I was like, wait, what? What is this?
What's that shit? That really fancy
Yeah.
shit too. What's that? Oh, caviar. Caviar.
I heard that lobsters.
I've heard that's disgusting.
I heard lobsters used to be fed in prisons because they used to be deemed like disgusting. They used to be deemed like rats of the sea. But then
Jesus.
some rich guy
Savage.
was like, "Hey, I like lobster," and they was like, "We're not giving it to prisoners anymore. Get that shit off the menu."
Jesus.
Oh god. Well, that's all the questions I had for you, really, man. Because I don't know what to. Why should people subscribe to you? That was I didn't write that one down, but that was one. Why should people pitch them your give them your pitch?
Okay. I like to think that my content is very varied. I don't focus on one thing. You're never going to be bored.
Would you say it's like
There's always something.
like a variety channel?
No, I wouldn't say that. Because they don't turn out too well when you say it's a variety channel.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking death. Hey, Davey. Davey's just logged into the
Hey,
chat.
Davey.
Late as always.
How you doing, Davey? He can have a few questions for
Yeah,
me.
Davey, if you've got a question for Jesse, just write it in the chat, because I've literally run out. So while he's
You have to read it out to me, though, because I'm not reading it.
Yeah, I'll read them out. But,
all good.
write those down while Jesse tells you why you should subscribe to him, which is hopefully, there's a link in the description.
Yeah, so I like to think I have a very varying amount of different categories of content on my channel. I also give my honest opinion on everything I review.
Yeah.
If something screws up, I will tell you, unlike some other big tech YouTubers who have biases and all that stuff. Of course, I am a very big Apple fan, but if there was something about an Apple product I didn't like, I would tell you. There's just very rarely that is the case. But yeah, it's just weekly videos. It's always something different, and it's fun.
Have you ever thought about, like, taking a break? Because I don't think you have you? I'm not saying, oh, Jesse, you need to take a break. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you need to. I'm just saying, like, have you ever, like, thought about it? Because I don't think you have in a year ever taken a break.
No, I've posted a video at least every single week for 11 months.
That's insane.
That's what I wanted to do. I didn't think weekly was that hard, for at least for me. I'm not saying everybody should do weekly or whatever, but it was something that I thought I could manage, and I'm glad that I have been able to manage.
Yeah.
And then also I didn't always do this throughout the last 11 months, but I started doing fortnightly streams, which aren't always quality content, but they're all right. But yeah, I don't think I would need a break per se, but possibly after I've done it for a year, I might, like, every now and then I might tweet out, oh, I'm just going to spend a little bit of extra time on this video instead of forcing it out. So it might be, this one's, going to be a few days late or something like that. Because I really care. And like I said, I've pushed out some videos where, just off the top of my head, my iPhone 10 review was actually a little bit rushed. The DJI Spark review was a little bit rushed, although a lot went into that. And I after the fact, I regretted it, even though those videos both did well, and there was always comments like, oh, this was great, I learned this and that. I still felt like I could have done more. So I think going ahead in the future, I will, if I don't feel like the video is ready, I'm going to be like, sorry guys, it's not this week, it's next week or something like that. But I like posting videos and sharing stuff, so I don't think I'll ever just take a break for a long time, unless something pops up and I have to.
Do you ever, like, map out videos? Like, say, for this quarter, I'm going to, like, of the year, I'm going to make these videos?
I try to. I have notes in my phone. It's a big list of ideas and stuff, but I even had a moment where I was like, this date, this is this date, but everything changes. Like, when I did my video where I painted the Falcon Heavy models, I had no idea when this was going to come. So that turned up out of the blue, and I was so excited to do this that I stopped working on a video that I had planned for that week so I could do this. So stuff like that always changes and comes
Kind of
up.
like when your girlfriend Scribblefix made a ShockMouths pop, which is on the shelf there, and then needed me to turn up, and she didn't know when the fuck that was going to turn up, and then just out of the blue, hey.
Yeah.
Is she there? Can she say hi? Can she wave?
She is here, but she can't hear you because I have headphones in.
Can you tell her to wave?
Can you wave on the screen?
Yeah, that's Scribblefix, everyone. Go search her up and subscribe. She's in the chat, actually. You don't have to look her up. You just click on her name.
Yeah, she's by far the best content out of any of us.
That's why she's killing us. That's why she's killing us in the sub numbers.
That's why we're at the bottom of the barrel.
We're literally the bottom. Actually, yeah. So, yeah, you know Marvel movies. You love Marvel movies?
I love Marvel
When I saw, you know how I learned how they do phases?
Hang on. Sorry. Let me get this straight. I love the MCU.
Oh, the MCU. Yes, exactly. That's what we're talking about. Yes, thank you for picking me up on that. Yeah. I'm not talking about Sony's or Fox.
Garbage.
We're not talking about those. Yeah. We're talking MCU. The cinematic universe. Wasn't until South Park was coming out with that game that I realized they actually do phases, which I'm sure you knew. They do phase 1, they'll do all these movies, phase 2, they'll do... So, what I reckon you should do with, like, YouTube, and I did for a little bit, and then a baby came and threw it upside down, is, I'd come up with, like, phases. Like, I'd be like, alright, for the next 3 months, and I'll just call it a phase, this is what we're doing, so that we can move into then this phase, which will then be yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you map out where you want your channel to go, and then kind of... You know what I mean? I'm not making much sense, am I? Why do I do this live? Why do we do this live? Why anything, really? Wow.
I don't know.
I'm not making sense, am I?
You're making sense, but I don't exactly know how I would do phases or, like, what would be...
You're saying words that just, like, alphabet spaghetti.
Yeah. The words have meanings, but they don't have meanings.
Scribblefix said in the chat, is Mitch going to stream games after this, yes or no? Yes. Yes, we're going to play Mario Kart. So you're welcome to stick around for that, Jesse, and everyone here is welcome to stick around too. I will put a link in the live chat at the end for that. Also, Davey Russian Bear in the chat asked earlier, how big is your Willy Wonka, Jesse?
Wow. No comment.
No comment. Okay, might have been the chocolate bar. I think that's what he was talking about.
I don't have that.
Oh shit!
Is that really the only question? God damn it, David.
Yeah. No, I don't think that was a. I think he meant chocolate bar. No, I don't. I think he meant penis. He definitely meant penis.
Wow.
So I saw my grandfather today. I saw my grandfather today, right? Jesse Hammond, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's all the questions I have for him. But I did tell Jesse we're going to be talking about this earlier.
Yes.
So in Australia,
talking shit.
You may know this show, Current Affair. They were talking about Fortnite, I guess, last night. I don't watch that show, so I don't know. The only reason I know, I went to go see my grandfather today. And he goes, oh, did you see Current Affair last night? And I'm thinking, this is going to be video games. He's totally going to do video games. Yeah, the kids, they get hooked on it. It's like a drug. It's like an addiction. There was one kid killed his mum after playing this game. And I went, but this was in America, right? Not here. No, it was here. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, I let him. I didn't defend video games too much. Not as much as, like, a complete stranger. Yeah. Like, because he's my grandfather. Like, hey, Cole in the chat. I'm just gonna let him have it. Like, he's never gonna understand it. And he doesn't need to. He's nearly 80. Right? But he's totally convinced that this video game turns children into killers. It was just so weird seeing it in the flesh and having it be a relative. Yeah, then he turns around and grabs a crate of beer. Cole, he very nearly did. I left shortly after that, and he probably did. Oh, Jesus Christ. But it was just so weird that this whole shit... Because you see it online, people sharing these clips from these news shows, and you're like, yeah, no one believes that shit. They fucking do. And I met one, and he was my grandfather. He's not going to see this, because he doesn't... I'm not disrespecting him either, just in case he does see this. But he doesn't know how to use a computer, so he's not going to see this. So what was your hot take? Because I told you about this earlier, and you were like, "Oh man, you were gonna go ape shit."
Oh, it's just pathetic. I've heard that stuff so much, man. It's like there's so many things that are worse than video games, and like I think I said to Sarah before, video games, they're like a fantasy thing. Yeah. Like you play the video game because your life isn't like that. Do you know what I mean? Like you could say, "Oh, stop playing that tennis game. You're going to be a tennis player." Nobody says that. Yeah. No, I'm not going to be a tennis player. I just like to play the fucking, Waluigi, mate. Mario Tennis.
Yeah, it was pretty...
You know what I mean?
I did try to tell him. I said, well, it all comes down to the parenting, really. And I shit you not, as soon as I said that, I hear my kid going like this. Banging on his glass table. I'm like, ah! Don't do that!
Well... Perfect timing.
Yeah, I know. It all comes down to the parenting, really. And then my kid attempts suicide.
But yeah, man, I remember when all this shit went down when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and then again when it was remastered on the Xbox One. Like, Jesus Christ.
My grandfather said I have a heart attack.
You know how many times I've chased down a hooker in the street and tomahawked her in the back? But no, I haven't done that once in my life. Just in Grand Theft Auto.
And look, they've got the psychiatrist man there, and he's flipping through a book, so that means he is. He's got it's called the Newsletter, the Australian and New Zealand College of something I can't see because we live in Australia and we shouldn't invest in proper internet in this country. Jesus.
The news is like so cringy, man. I haven't watched TV in years because of that shit. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
And it's like, it's worse than YouTubers with clickbait. It's the same thing. Yeah. They make up the biggest amount of bullshit they can because they want people to watch and like go, oh, shit, yeah.
It works for some
reason.
That's
interesting. Yeah, well, I guess people are just a bit dull and they fall for it.
Well, I think it's because with clickbait, the way it works is you may not know it, but it's probably like it tells like the beginning of the story, and because human beings love stories, it's like, man, I need to know how this story ends.
No context.
I need to know how this story ends. Yeah. Like you'll see a Jake Paul thumbnail of him in bed with his girlfriend. It's like, I hate Jake Paul, but it's the beginning of a story because they're about to make love in this thumbnail, and it's like, I need to hear the rest of that. I don't though, because personally, I know where I can get better stuff. There's way better outlets for. I'm just gonna say it, pornography. That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about, right? Remember, it was late last. No, it was when
Jake Paul's YouTube.
Yeah, Jake Paul uploaded a video, something about his virginity, and he was like, his girlfriend was like grinding him. It was the same day that Logan Paul found a dead body in the forest. Because I think the way those two used to work was, one would do something messed up, and everyone would go like, ah, and they'd go after that Jake Paul. Then the other Paul would go, hey, I got your back, man, and then do something messed up as well. Everyone would forget about that Paul and concentrate on the other one. So I reckon Logan Paul finds a dead body in the forest, everyone's going after him. So then Jake Paul's like, I got your back, bro. I lose my virginity to my girlfriend. And then no one came over, and he's like, what?
Jesus.
Oh, I guess that really was fucked up, finding a dead body in the forest. Jesus Christ.
Who would have known?
Davey had a really good question. Sorry, and I went on a little mini rant.
All good. What's up?
And it's what kind of camera lenses do you still want to get, Jesse, or maybe camera?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so the camera, this might not mean anything to people who aren't photographers, but I pretty much have the best camera that isn't a full frame sensor, which is the Canon ADD. I'm probably not gonna.
Sorry. Go.
I have it somewhere. Give me a second.
You got tissues there. Why do you have tissues in front of your iMac? Can you still hear me? Why do you have tissues in front of your iMac? No, this is more important. My question's more important.
It's on.
Why in the actual hell do you have tissues?
You gonna let me answer?
Yes.
It's on my coffee table. It's not if right in front of the iMac.
Okay, but like you
It's
can
on the
reach it
coffee
from the
table.
chair.
I mean, what if I'm sitting right at the desk?
Okay, fine. Tell us about the camera.
You dick. Yes, so I have
Apparently
the
your
Canon
dick.
80D.
Sorry.
Wow. So I have the Canon 80D. That's probably the best camera that isn't a full frame. I'm probably not going to upgrade until I can get something like a full frame. But that would be like minimum probably like $3,000 just for the camera body, which is more than twice what I paid. So
Yeah.
that's not going to happen for the longest time. But lenses, I've had my eye on a good macro lens for the longest time. I'm actually probably going to get it really soon.
What is?
Like,
Can you explain
within
what macro
fortnight.
lens means? Because this is the you can't see it, Jesse, but I'm holding up the camera that I use right now. It's like a happy snappy, which means
Yeah.
it's a basic bitch camera. So what the hell does macro lens mean?
So a macro lens, well, the word macro, it basically means getting something that is really close or something that's small and making it
Like
big.
macro.
Yeah.
You're-
The way you do that with macro lenses is they have what's called a minimum focusing distance, which is basically how close to something you can focus. So with this lens, because it's just a cheap wide angle lens, if I had it like maybe about 30 centimeters away from my face, like that, it wouldn't focus. Whereas with a macro, I could hold it right up to my eyeball and it would still focus.
Why would you want to take a
which is
picture of
great
your eyeball?
because plenty of people have macros of eyeballs. Look them up. They look incredible. Eyeballs are actually pretty crazy. Anyway, you can do it with anything. You do it with a spider. You can do it with fucking your dog's hair, like whatever. It's that sort of you can't see that with your own eyes, so it looks more fascinating.
So that's what you've got. You've got a macro lens.
No, I don't have
Oh,
a
you
macro
don't?
lens. I want to.
Oh, you want to get one?
That's David. That was David's question.
How many pictures would you take with a macro lens before you go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take one of the tip of my dick. Sorry. I'm not sorry, though.
A million, because I wouldn't take a fucking macro of my
Jesse,
dick. Jesus
Jesse, you
Christ.
know that the whole reason that I brought you onto a live stream was like, okay, let's see how long it takes for me to go from like opening it up to, hey, you gonna take a picture of your dick? Live in front of
that was-
several people.
What, 40 something minutes? What was that?
40, yeah, because you were late.
No, did nothing.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take.
FaceTime work, Mitch. Don't even start me, bro.
Shut up. We're gonna take calls. So I can see Ripster is sitting there in the waiting room. Before we do that, and this is only because we're a weekly show. If we were a daily show, I would tell you this tomorrow. No, it's just something funny happened today. I saw my dad for the first time in ages today. I found out he watches YouTube because he looked at me and said, "Hey, the fuck was with your video? Was with your latest video with me in it?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know what you mean." And he goes, "Yeah, you're taking the piss out of me." And I'm like, "Dad, no, it's not you. It's like kind of based on you. Like you start with what you know and then you deviate from there." And he's like, "Why does he wear my clothes?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I don't know." And then I was telling him about a story. You remember the Sydney siege? And Jesse's like, "Oh, fuck,
Yes.
this story fucking died." Sydney siege.
This is going dark.
It was going dark, yes. No, I went to a comedy show 2 days after the Sydney siege. For those who don't know, the Sydney siege was in...
How do you segue fucking Sydney siege and then comedy show?
Because it's part of it, okay? And you need to know that this happened just after the Sydney siege, okay?
This podcast is.
But I got to
downhill.
explain to you what the Sydney siege is in case people don't know. The Sydney siege, in December 2014, a terrorist took hostages. 2 people died, and the terrorist was neutralized. I never count terrorists in the body count, because fuck them. But I went to a comedy show a couple of days later, and the comedians were all fairly new, and one of them was Isaac Butterfield, who's this, he's...
Yeah,
You love him? I went to school with this dude, and I taught him how to use a fucking computer. So everything... I shit you not. This is not a part of the story, right? But I got to interject there. I fucking taught this guy to use a computer. So that's why I went to go see him when he was starting out, right? It's a couple of days after the Sydney siege, where 2 innocent people were fucking killed. The MC, for some reason, tells... I don't even remember what the joke was. He tells a joke about it. before he even told the joke, he's like, so the Sydney Siege, a couple of days ago, and I'm like, oh, fuck, please, for the love of God, fucking don't. Just fucking don't, alright? I believe you can tell a joke about a joke can be told about anything.
Given enough time.
Given enough time, but even a few days later, someone good enough could tell a joke about it, but you got to be good.
Mm.
And this was...
It's the kind of joke where you laugh, but you're like, oh, fuck, did I just laugh?
Yeah.
But you're like...
But,
yeah.
But these are all amateurs. Isaac Butterfield was, like, just starting out. He'd just been doing it for a couple months. And I'd went up there to fucking support him as a viewer, whatever. Isaac was the guy who was going up next, and the MC telling this joke just fucking killed the room. Like, he's going into a hostile crowd, like, and this one woman, this woman, turned out it was my mum's friend. You know when your mum's friends see you in public, and they're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since you were a baby! And you're like, who the fuck are you? I don't know who you are. It was that woman that you see, alright? Just starts heckling poor Isaac, and Isaac hadn't killed the mood. It wasn't his fault, but she started heckling him, and he, like, doused it out really fucking quickly. But yeah, so anyway, why was I telling this story? Because I was bringing this up to my dad today, and then I said, Dad, you just don't go telling jokes about the Sydney Siege. And he goes, yeah, you should go make a YouTube video about his father instead. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that's what... Wow, you're still cut about the fucking... Dad, people died in the Sydney Siege, okay? You gotta fucking... Just get over it, alright? Don't tell jokes about terrorists, because it doesn't work. Alright, we're gonna take calls now!
Oh my God.
Ripstar!
That was a long road to nowhere. Jesus.
No, it wasn't! It was great! It was going somewhere, and we got there, and I fucking landed it!
No, it wasn't.
Fuck you!
Fucking put 2 in the chat if that was dog shit.
You better be joking, alright? I took a risk bringing up the Sydney Siege, okay? I took a risk. I like to think it went better than that fucking amateur comedian did, doing that to poor Isaac.
Probably.
Ripster, you're on the stream.
Hello.
Hey, Ripster.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
How is everybody doing?
Yeah, good.
I'm super fine, my man.
There's lots of things I wanted to mention.
Lots of things? Yeah, like what?
Yes. Well, with the phases, there's a guy who already does that called Bobby Burns. He already does the phases.
Oh, does he?
He splits his channel up into phases. He does it in like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and so on. So if you wanted to do that type of thing, then you could look at his channel to see how he splits things up, if you were interested.
Yeah. Huh. I don't watch Bobby, but I had no idea. Why is everyone writing 2 in the chat? Oh, Ripster, your mic's a bit loud, apparently. I have no control over that, Davey.
I'll turn it down a bit.
Maybe turn it down a bit. Yeah, why is everyone writing 2 in the chat?
Because your joke was dope shit.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, well,
I wasn't...
you took a bunch of shots at me, so I took one at you.
Hang on, back up. I wasn't making jokes about the Sydney Siege. I was telling a story about how my dad was so upset that after telling him that story that I just told you guys, he's still like, yeah, well, you shouldn't make jokes about me on the internet.
No, we weren't saying you were making jokes about Sydney Siege. My point was you took such a long time to say, like, a story that wasn't...
That's why we watch this. Isn't that why we watch this show? Just to fucking listen to an old man? Fucking...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. Well, how long is this got left? Ripster says he has a bunch of things to say.
Yeah, sorry, Ripster. What else did you have to say, Ripster?
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better. A bit, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
alright. I got you another subscriber yesterday.
I saw that. I did. I was like, because I look at who subscribes when I can, and it was a kid in school, and I'm like, alright, this is probably weird. I should probably back out here. But I didn't. I went and saw who he subscribed to, and I saw he was subscribed to you too, and I'm like, I bet he goes to school with Ripster.
Yeah. I forced him to watch 3 of your animations.
Oh, gee, you forced
and
him.
then I made him subscribe.
You can get detention for that, man.
No.
That's harassment.
No.
Jesus Christ.
It's not if he likes it.
Why did you put the number 3 in there, Davey?
To be
Oh,
different.
Christ.
Next
Yeah.
thing, why haven't you got your custom URL yet?
Oh, because why haven't I got it yet? You got
Yeah.
you. I only found this out when I went to get it. Your account has to be 30 days old. So right now, anyone can take the ShockMouths URL.
Don't tell people that.
Jesse, have you got a custom URL yet? You could totally use it.
Yeah, I already got one for my channel. I'll start another channel. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, Christ.
That wouldn't work, would it? Everybody, subscribe to my vlog channel, please. We can do this. We can steal his URL.
Oh, Christ.
I donated $2 to the stream, but it didn't seem to come through.
Huh.
I got a PayPal invoice.
That's weird. How long ago?
It was like it wasn't long after let me have a look.
Long after the what, sorry? Because it hasn't come up.
It was 10 to 9 here, so it was about half an hour ago.
Huh. I can't see it. No, it's not even in my list of things.
Oh,
That's weird. I'll have to look into that after the stream.
Rip.
Did you use the link that's in the description?
Yeah, I used the Streamlabs link and I entered all the stuff.
Huh, that's weird. Because that's what Peter would have used. And he's donated. And Davey as well. Do you have anything else, Ripster?
There was one other thing, but I've forgotten what it was, so I'll just back out now, and then I'll come back.
Alright.
During the game.
I'll pop you out, and then I'm just going to get Bazza2602. Bazza2602. Hello, I haven't seen you before these parts. This could be interesting. Hello.
Hi, I'm talking on Hybrid BLT's behalf.
Oh, hi. So this is Hybrid BLT.
Yeah, technically, yes. I'm not Hybrid BLT, but I'm talking on his behalf. I'm a mate of his.
Okay. I'm going to assume you're hybrid, but yes, hello. How are you?
What do you Nick.
Sorry, what do you got for us?
Sorry, he doesn't know what this first thing...
Is he in the room with you right now?
No, we're talking over Xbox.
Are you playing? I can hear the things. I can hear the control stick. Are you playing Xbox right now?
Yeah, sorry. Is that a little bit inconvenient?
No, it's not inconvenient for me at all. No. I just think it's hilarious. I'm just picturing you on your lounge, and you're laying back, and your legs up in the sky like this, and you're like, "Hey, I'm listening to your podcast, right? It's fucking shit."
That's full on what I'm doing. No, that's not...
It's 100% accurate.
That's full on what I'm doing, though.
So what have you got for us, or do I have to ask what you're playing?
Yeah.
Fortnite? You playing Fortnite?
Yeah. Yeah, then we're gonna play Rainbow.
What's Rainbow?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, okay. Rainbow Six Siege. Wow, bringing it back full circle, sort of. Siege, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, is it too soon? Is it too soon? Is it too soon?
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
Nah, it's too
Colio's Tuyo subscribed. Thank you, Colio, for subscribing with your second channel.
Alright, I don't know what he wants to say. He's just kind of laughing.
You got him on the headset?
Yeah, I got him on the headset.
Hold the headset up to the mic.
Alright.
This is fun.
I can try here. I just gotta turn up my volume.
I hope you're watching executives over on television. This is why you're dying. Because you're not being innovative like this shit right here. Can you imagine Carl Stefanovic on the Today Show going, "Hey, hold up your thing."
Sorry, we're in a fight. Just give me a sec.
You're in a fight or a fart?
A little bit of both.
What?
We're in a fight.
This is
Fucking hell.
probably the best moment that we've ever had in our 6th episode History. Jesus Christ. All right. You get hybrid in there. I'm gonna pop you back in the waiting room while you get hybrid to figure out what the hell he wants to say, and I'm gonna get Ripster back in here. Okay?
You got it.
All
You got it.
What a little rascal. What a sweet little boy. Hey Ripster. That sounded weird when I said that sweet little boy. Ugh.
I'm very
There's
confused.
proper
What?
cringe.
So, Ripster, have you remembered what you were gonna say, Ripster?
The fuck?
Yes. I was gonna say this is the best episode so far.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
Are you just saying?
Or are you just saying that
one
because
thing,
you haven't remembered?
No, that is.
That's it,
actually-
Ripstar. If I had an explosion button like Tommy C, I would use. God damn it, Davey! I see you pop in there, Davey, and then you come out. I was about to put you in. Davey.
I don't know. Why did you bring me back in? And I don't.
Because Bazza hadn't figured out what the hell he was gonna say either. You all haven't figured out your thing. Davey, get
I
back in. I was
did.
about to put you on, Davey.
I said things.
Oh
Well,
God.
What I wanted to know
fantastic.
is whether I should moderate the next live stream more so it doesn't get really weird like last week.
Yeah, last week the
Oh,
after
it's
party
getting
game
really
stream,
weird every time.
we couldn't publish it. I couldn't do it, and I'm like, nah.
So should I be stricter on who I kick out?
Maybe nah, should be alright. Because you guys know Funny Maham. He's
I
in.
didn't want to name names.
He's been on this podcast many times. He Facebook messaged me today when I was in Newcastle, out of town, and he goes, "Hey man, you wanna voice something?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do. He goes, "All right," and I said, "I can't do it right now though. I can do it on the weekend because I'm out of town." And he goes, "Oh, but you can live stream tonight." I'm like, "Oh," and this was when I wasn't gonna do this live stream right now. I said, "Oh man, I've got to cancel that still." And he's like, "Yeah, no shit." And I'm like, "I think he's upset." I think he thinks I'm dogging him, but I'm not. I was literally out of town. Like, that's how he works. When he wants you to voice something, he's like, I need it now. All right, Ripster, have you remembered yet?
I think he hates me.
He doesn't hate you. He doesn't hate you. It's all right. That's called, I don't know what it's called. I think that's called anxiety, because I got that too. I think everyone hates me. Like, literally right now, I think everyone in that chat hates me.
Well, I don't hate you. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. My mug.
Oh, your mug.
I can't wait to use.
Thank
my
you for
mug.
buying a mug. That was fantastic.
The only thing I was gonna say.
That was it. Okay. Thanks, Ripster.
That was it.
Okay. I'm gonna get Davey in now. I'll hopefully see
Okay.
you in the after stream. Geek Squeak. Davey, you're on. Davey, come on. Say hello. Do something.
You're killing us,
My
man. Come
computer
on.
is acting up. Wait.
Your computer's acting up.
Oh.
This isn't the time for things to act up, Davey. I'm gonna bring Bazza in while you fix that up, okay?
Oh, shit.
He jumped out himself.
Savage.
Alright, Bazza, you're back. How are ya?
Yep, just FaceTiming him now so we can talk
Oh,
to you.
good. Hybrid.
Why isn't hybrid just in the thing?
Because he doesn't have
You need to get Discord hybrid. Oh, you're literally... I can hear it ringing. It's literally ringing. This is like... Remember in the old days, in the 20s, when, like, you pick up the phone, you go, "Operator, hook me up to such and such," and the operator's, like, got the plugs, and he's like, "Yeah! Oh, got ya!" That's Bazza right now. Bazza's the operator.
Oh shit, he's got poor connection.
Oh, fuck.
He's got a poor... hybrid.
Nick,
Us Australians.
what is wrong with your bloody... Oh Christ, mate. What is wrong...
Hey, thank you, Backseat Gaming, for subscribing.
Shit, hold on, I'll call you back again. Nick.
Bloody
Hold on.
legend.
Bloody...
Christ, what the f- wrong with this bloody internet, mate?
I'm playing the sad violin right now. You get the sad violin, Bazza. This is what happens.
He's a VB long neck. Bloody 8:30 in the morning. There, should be going.
It's not 8:30 in the... What?
I know, it's a...
Okay. Alright.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna...
I don't get it.
No, his iPad screwed up. Alright, sorry boys for taking up the time.
That's
and all
alright, man.
Okay.
It's alright, we got the
Nice.
violin music playing.
that. I'm sad
Alright.
now.
That's why it's playing. Because we're all sad.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, have you got anything to ask, Bazza? You've been talking on Hybrid's behalf.
Yeah.
Do you have a macro lens?
No, I'm only bloody 14.
Why are you on the internet by yourself? Go get a job in 9 months. In exactly 9 months. Why do we have that in Australia? In Australia, you can get a job at 14 and 9 months. Why wasn't it 14 or 15?
Yeah.
It was 14,
No idea.
9 months.
Yeah, you know, that kind of confuses me. It's just such an odd number.
Yeah. You do me a favor, if you
Yeah,
work
I
at
remember
McDonald's,
thinking
can
the
you
same.
cook the burgers correctly and not have them raw? He's laughing awkwardly, like, oh god, yes, I will, please. Please, don't kill me. I'm not gonna. It's okay.
Yeah, what's up, Nick?
Who's Nick?
It's hybrid.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Doxed!
doxed.
Doxed!
Yeah, he did you and hybrid meet up at what was it, Nick? It was like
Supernova, a
Comic-Con?
year ago.
That's the one. Snipping over. Yeah. Apparently, you guys just glanced looks and like just walked off.
No, he walked up to my booth, because we had a booth, and he had a Vader suit on, so I can only see his eyes, and he kind of like looked at the card, and then he looks at me, and he's like, and then walks off.
That's 100% something he'd do. He's just that special kind of child.
Are you subscribed, Bazza?
I am too.
Ah,
Yes.
thank you. I just wanted to get one more subscriber, that's all. Alright, thanks for calling, Bazza. I'm gonna get Dave in now. Thank you so much for calling in. And good luck in
Yeah,
Fortnite.
you too. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Good luck with the job at Mac's too.
Geek Squeak. Geek Squeak. Geek Squeak.
Well, I
You
fixed,
fixed it, Davey.
Oh,
You have a beautiful voice. Do you have anything...
I know.
Oh.
Ooh, hang on.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know that I feel really shitty and bad at everything that happened to me a couple of times, you know? I just
Yeah.
want to say thank you for listening and stuff.
Oh,
That's
that's alright, man.
Are you going good?
Like I,
You going good now?
like I said to you the
It's
other
going
night,
much
man,
better.
I
That's
just hope you're doing good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, poor dude. He was saying to me the other night on Twitter in the DMs, sorry that he hasn't sent out that box yet. I'm like, dude, just take care of yourself. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Like, damn.
Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. Like,
All
you got to put you first.
I care about is that he's okay, man. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm going now.
You're alright. You're alright, dude. You're good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine. Because your voice does. Your voice sounds so fine. Holy shit.
Yeah, sexy.
I know it could turn me.
Ah,
It could turn me.
Where,
come on. Come to the Netherlands and make you feel.
You know, are you going to? Are you thinking of going to? Is Amsterdam in Netherlands?
Yeah. man.
Yeah. So, you know, it's not. VidCon's not going back there next year.
Go to Tilburg.
It's going to London. Geek Squeak. Geek Squeak, are you going to go to VidCon in London?
No, I'm not.
Oh
no.
man, I was hoping to maybe see you there. I might be going. Might be going there. But
But I could go to London.
yeah.
It's not far from me.
Well, it's happening in February. It's something to think about. But
we can drink some tea.
drink some tea. We could. Jesse, you got any final thoughts?
it's a date.
It is a date. I'm going to keep Davey in for the rest of the thing because we're about to finish in about 30 seconds, and then we're going to go play some Mario Kart after this. I'm going to drop a link in the thing down below. You got any final thoughts, Jesse? Thank you for coming on, by the way.
Oh, it's alright, man. It was fun and weird, but that's good. That's the usual.
I got to be honest. You were my guinea pig for interviewing Becky Boop, and
Oh wow.
I failed
what an
miserably because we talked about terrorists, for God's sake. And we had children come in here calling their friends and doxing them and playing Fortnite and Rainbow, whatever the hell that is. And then Davey came in and then that was really good. I'm just kidding. Every single person that came in today was really, really good. Thank you for coming on, Jesse. Please go subscribe to him. There's a link in the
worries,
description.
Please do. Give me 500, please. I'm so close. I've been for ages.
And
Are you still doing the 24-hour live stream, Jesse, if you have the
12. Jesus, calm down. Not 24. 12. Yes.
stay shocky, everyone. Click the subscribe button. And Ego Raptor, please make more cartoons.